the screen. And let's get the camera on. Why I gotta have issues all the time? There we go. Damn. Now, I mean, yeah. Okay. I'm getting myself set up right here. Who's it? Slav. What's going on, fam? I see you. Yeah, I know how we're about to do this. I'm trying to get this set up here on the TV so I can at least see the chat room. So, you know what I mean, it'll be on the wall. Hold on, give me that 1 second here. What I gotta do? Search for myself? Yeah. All right, we'll try that. Search for One World, One Hood. Oh, there you go. Boom. Alicia, okay. Here we go. Boom. All right. I don't know. Can we see the chat room in here? Live chat. Boom. All right, let's see. Okay, yeah, we go. All right, this is good. Now it helps me be able to, I can see y'all this way. Let me turn the volume on this down or something like that. Hold on 1 second. All right. Okay, I see Chris. I see Slow. I see we got the goddesses in the house. Are you up? Who else we got? I see Jay, Alicia. We got Ramsey. My man. We got Malik up in here. All right. I mean, so let's get into it. Peace, family. It's your boy in the building. The young Jedi. One world, one hood. Flat motherfucking electrical power. You know? Will show no difference. Today, let me keep going. Free Energy Friday, of course. And we got 6 different ways to make voltage, and paying for it's not one of them. All right. I had a rough week this week, a real rough week, and I couldn't get my game plan down the way I wanted to get it down. But talking about magnetism, I guess I got a lot to say about it anyway. So I should be able to give us a little bit of better understanding. We want to keep moving forward in our understanding in magnetism and field theory, because that's really what we're getting at. And then I want to do a little bit of time for a little bit of time on flat Earth, because we're getting a lot of flack and things from certain people, and then I hear my brothers, my sisters out there in the community, struggling with some of the globalists. So I want to give y'all some common sense ammo, and hopefully we can reach a few globalists, with the knowledge, because it's real simple. We break down the science here and keep it simple. When people's trying to make it too complex so they can sound like they're smart, you know. But you know, none of these people really know what they're talking about. They just sound really good talking. Trust me, I hear them all the time. Sometimes I talk to some people and which I know don't know anything, but I'd be like, well, damn it, if we was actually debating on it, you sound like you, to me, you felt like, I feel like you beat me. But I know you don't know shit, but you just sound like you did good because the ways people articulate those words. But we don't need all that. It's going to be some real simple stuff here. So anyway, let me get my notes of what I do have, because I got a lot of notes. You know what I'm saying? We always got to keep notes. I hope that as y'all do y'all stuff and you're learning and stuff like that, that y'all take notes too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I keep it real. I keep different colors for each one. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, magnetism, electricity, dielectricity. You know what I'm saying? You know how when we put them in there, they come in different colors. So I got all my notes going in, and you know, different colors too. You know what I'm saying? We got to get that knowledge. So let me go to my magnetism book. You know, and let's do this. So I don't, like I said, I don't have this lectures here set up, but I do have I got enough notes that I can just rock with y'all real quick, and then I can answer any questions. And because I got this StreamYard thing, I got a couple of images, and I seen a nice video that I want to share with y'all from the fractal woman. Who put actually, she drew out the symmetry of magnetism, of the dielectric field of stuff that, you know, the things that we can't see. Well, anyway, let's talk about magnets. Let's talk about magnetism. You know what I'm saying? So, matter of fact, yeah, let's just talk about magnetism right now. Now, do you know what a magnet is? Because I know a lot of people, when they says what a magnet is, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna say, you know, that's something that attracts and repels, and those things like that. And that's not defining what magnetism is and what a magnet is. That's more like giving a description. So, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna really get an understanding. So I want y'all to know these things, because when y'all following along with some of these other guys and their other channels, you'll be able to latch right in. You know what I'm saying? So this is some of the things that we're missing. So magnetism is the loss of inertia. Okay. Now, of course, you remember when I was showing y'all before about the loss of inertia, about like this being inertia. When we use the magnetic viewing film, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if y'all can see this here. I don't know if I can see it because I can look up top. No, right here, and yeah, you see that line? Back it up a little bit. Back it up some more. I don't know. I'll go. Yeah, there we go. You can see that line. Yeah, I got moving in there. There we go. My TV's a little slower than what's actually going on, so I'm looking up at the TV and it's going behind what I'm doing. So I don't know. But anyhow, what we're looking at is inertia. You're looking at that fine line between the poles. You're looking at when we're looking at this, you're looking at inertia. You're looking at that line, and when you release inertia, you create space. All right. Now, all of this stuff is very much we have to know and understand, because the globalists are having a problem, and they don't know that their problem is that you didn't understand that we're on a magnet. So, and because this earth is a magnet and everything in here is dealing with magnetism, you are a magnet, You know what I'm saying? Everything, you know, you see polarities. You know what I'm saying? Anything with a polarity is magnetic. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what you said. Something that produces a magnetic field. Yeah. Um, we would a magnet would be a dielectric object. You know what I'm saying? I would say that. You know what I'm saying? Or a coherent dielectric object. You know, or an object with or a dielectric object with coherency. If that sounds better. You know what I'm saying? You might hear that word, a coherent. You know what I'm saying? What is coherent? Um, in case you don't know. You know what? It's messed up as I was so busy and running behind my son and making sure his college payments and everything was in today and the job that I actually got this information and I wanted to send it over to my computer because I'm using the computer, but my information is in my phone. So let's see if I can pull it up because I saved them in pictures and I can just show it to you from my phone, or I'll just read it to you, and you can actually go and look them up yourself. All right. So when we was talking about, let's talk about coherence and incoherent and coherent. So coherent, that's as a matter of fact, let's just Google it. Is anybody in here for the Google? Hold on, what's going on? I'm just trying to get some. Hold on, I'm gonna keep rocking with y'all in the chat too. So as long as y'all keep the stuff there, I will be able to get to you. Well, let's say coherent is working. Let me get my Google information here. I don't want to give y'all my own definition. I'd rather give y'all the proper stuff here, so that way we don't have no problem. So let's say coherency. Oh, matter of fact, you know what? Coherence definition, coherent. And hold on one second. Y'all gonna bear with me real quick because I actually did this work already, and I just need to get it together for you. Bam, bam, bam. Oh yeah, I'm taking the gloves off for Flat Earth here today. I'm definitely gonna do that. And I'm gonna show you a real simple way to be able to get across to people. All you gotta do is just get them to be able to listen. And they're just gonna be those people who just don't want to listen to you. But normally if they're gonna debate and they want it because they think that they know something, you know what I'm saying, you should be able to reach them. And we're gonna actually get to that soon because what we're gonna do over here over magnetism. Like I said, my mind is everywhere today. I just had so much nonsense going on. I almost wanted to cancel today, but I didn't want to do that for y'all. All right. Let's move on. Wait a minute, man, where's my folks at? I'm bugging out. Hey. Maybe I need to start off on that so I can get my head together because I was definitely doing Flat Earth all day on the job with these guys here. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even do too much work. But okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give y'all. I believe that I can go to YouTube. Y'all can look at my screen. So let me go to screen share. Hold on, let me do this. I want to show y'all some symmetry of magnetism while we talk. So let me go to this Let me pull this video up for y'all real quick. So just bear with me. Boom, boom, boom. How can we do this? Because you know what happens is I use my phone all the time. I'm not using the computer. So everything that's already set in my phone, I totally forgot. It's like, you about to do this on the computer, so you should have put all your stuff over there. All right, boom, boom, boom. But I know I can go into my history, and I should be able to see what's going on and pull up this video for y'all, and then we'll talk while it's going down. Okay. How about, let's go back down some more. And see, hold on. Go back. Let's go to, and yeah, hold on 1 second. We're gonna get to y'all. They got some good stuff here. I don't know if y'all can see my screen. How much time is it? 7 minutes? There was another one. Hold on. I'm trying to do this from this computer, so y'all gotta. This is not how I normally do it. That's why, and it's totally different. It seems to be here. Just give me 1 second. Boom, boom, boom. I can go to. Watch later. Like video. Okay, history. Here we go. I wanted y'all to see this one particular one. I didn't want to just jump to anyone. So we're about to get it right now. Okay. No, that wasn't. All right. Yeah. Okay, now let me go back to y'all and hit screen share. How do we do this? Where's that? Right here. Entire stream. Share. Okay. And let's go to Okay. All right. And while this is playing, we can talk a little about a little bit of magnetism, because I want y'all to see what's going on here. You're looking at the perfect symmetry of magnetism. Okay, it goes by if you're looking at these patterns, this is what you can't see, and this is the motion. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at right in here. See my screen over there? There's only 2 different ones. Yeah. You do. Hold on. Peabody grind. I see that. All right. Now you're looking at centrifugal you're looking at centripetal convergence and centrifugal divergence when you're looking at these patterns. This is when you put that magnet to the TV and it started distorting the light. It was making this pattern. This is that hypertrochoidal pattern. You see right in there, you're looking at the hyperboloid. You're looking at, these are all different areas, and you're looking at the motion. This is what magnetism is doing that you can't see. This is how it reciprocates. It moves through. That's the torus knot that's inside. You know what I'm saying? That's when you see me moving the, I forgot what you want to call this thing. When I was showing you inertia and we open it up and close it, you see how that whole motion is going in there? Yeah, this is good. This is the golden the golden ratio, the phyllotaxis they call it, is 137.507. This is the pine cone. This is the sunflower seed. This is the patterns of nature that's showing you what magnetism is. This is the field, the dielectric field. Are you with me? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is the angles that plants grow. You know what I'm saying? The divine number that each limb gets the equal amount of like sunlight and growth without interference. This is why nature grows at that pattern. It's the perfect pattern, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that for life to interact in between. All of nature is going through this pattern of magnetism. You see that swirl at the top? Yeah, that's the same swirling that you see at the top of your head. That same swirl, this swirl is going all over. This is the cosmic drain of nature. You know what I'm saying? Is of magnetism. You see, these things is the areas that you normally see when you're looking at these things. Even if you was under the ferrocell and you was looking at the hypertrochoidal pattern, these same shapes that you're looking at right now. If you was looking at it on the ferrocell, the white lines that you was looking at, you know what I'm saying, or let's say the lines with the light, you call that centrifugal divergence. Excuse me for that. Okay, the areas that don't have light, that the light is gone at, you know what I'm saying, that's called centripetal convergence. All right, you got centrifugal divergence, you got centripetal convergence. Okay, now I hope y'all getting this down, because you'll get confused by saying centrifugal divergence and centripetal convergence because the words are so close. So that's why you make sure you get them out. The areas with no light is called what? Centripetal convergent. The areas with the bright light is centrifugal divergence. All right. Yeah. And that's what makes up that hypertrochoidal pattern, you know what I'm saying? And that you're looking at, that top drain and that bottom, and the reciprocation as it goes through. That's the drain of nature. You know what I'm saying? That same drain, you see it in your eye. That's the black hole of that you're looking at through the in outer space, the so-called outer space. You know what they were showing you. You're looking at the picture of the atom. I don't know if you noticed that. Yeah. The reason why they can't never show you what an atom is because you cannot see the magnetism. You see, the best thing that we got now is the ferrocell. See, before that, Faraday, it was the one that came up with using the iron filings. That was the best method that they had. You know what I'm saying? But you're able to see it a lot better with the ferrocell. And this is how we're able to see that math, and you're able to put this math into the computer. That the 137.5, that's the degree, the golden ratio, they call that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where we else at? What we got going on here? So what about a magnetic field? Well, a magnetic field is not physical. You get it? This is something that you can't you can't count it. There's nothing that you can take and move around. This is nothing physical. And it goes through everything. It's what we call omnipresent in church. You know what I'm saying? Or in science, they call it incrementability, the incrementable nature of magnetism. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna run that one some more because that's good seeing as we go along. You know what I'm saying? The incrementable nature of magnetism. You know what I'm saying? The reason why you can break a piece of the magnet off and it has its own now north and south. No matter how many times you break it down, it's going to keep breaking itself down. You know what I'm saying? And once you take that chip off the old block, it don't go back. Anybody says, "Why you took it from here? How come you can't put it back there?" And then magnets. Well, you got to understand that it's opposites that attract, and you're trying to put something back that it doesn't match. If you get it, like when I says like once you break off, maybe we need to look at that one. So I'm gonna bring you back to the camera so we can look at the magnetic viewing film and also see that. I'll bring up a couple other pictures. Hold on, how we do this. So I can make this go smaller. Now I can see. Come back over to StreamYard and let's go take off that. And there we go. And there we go. Cool. All right, let's get back to this bit. I should have, like I said, I had all of my pictures and all my images would have been real good, but it's in my phone and I just had too much going on. So let's go back in here. That you see that here. What do we call that? The plane of inertia. And on that on that line is zero magnetism in here. You know what I'm saying? Now when I turn it this way, you notice you're seeing it make this circle, because see the magnet's got a circle here. So when I go like that, just seeing that circle, what you're looking at all the time is a flux. It's called a magnetic flux that's going on. That flux area is when you was looking at this. Where's my thing? When you were looking at that in the video just a little while ago, you know what I'm saying, and you're looking at the motion of it coming out of the top, but also know that there's a spot here in the center. It's not actually going all the way around like that. It's going here to a spot. So if I took two of these actually and put them together, that could almost would show you what was going on in here. You know what I'm saying? Because there's two of them. You're going out of the top and you're coming into the flux line. And that's the line. So when I turned it this way, you saw that ring going around the top of this magnet. You know what I'm saying? But when I turned it to the side, you saw the inertia. The ring that you're looking at is like the fire hose that's shooting it out, and it's coming in. And there's and it's doing that same thing on the bottom. It's shooting. So when we've been looking at some of those images with bro Sanchez, when you see, because he pulls a lot of different of those images out, and you see some of them that has that 8 look to it. That's when you see what's. Do I have any images on this computer? I don't want to pull it right. I don't know what's going on here. I don't want to mess up and some porn come up or something like that. You know who's in my computer. Hold on a second. Let me look and see what's going on here in the chat room. If y'all was saying anything, because I wasn't paying attention real quick. I see y'all going. Okay. I see Bruce. I see you, Bruce. Bruce Leroy. Yeah, we in here. 7-7. Peabody, my man. Oh yeah, okay, that's what's going on. We got electrical engineering here. That's what's popping. You know what I'm saying? We need to know. We need some of those informations. You know what I'm saying? We gotta bring this back and forth. You know what I mean? Anyway, where was we at? A magnetic field is not physical. You know what I'm saying? So physics don't apply. There's no quantity to fields. So quantum doesn't apply. You got it? So now, what defines a magnet? What makes a magnet? Field coherency. But you already know that. HOTC stands up. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? The centrifugal convergent, centripetal divergent makes up the pattern of the hypertrochoid that you was looking at on the of the torus field. This is what makes up that torus field. It's like what's the difference between this magnet and a piece of steel or something like that? They're both the same. When you took I could take this paper clip, I mean fingernail clipper, and you can magnetize this. What would be the difference before and after? It won't change the weight. It won't do anything different. But what will happen is that it will be a coherent object. That means it will be working to do something, but not many. It would have coherency. That's the difference there. And that field, you can't block it. It's that, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? Where we at? That's what's on. That's what's popping. Like I says, Oh, fields work off simplex pressure mediation. You know what I'm saying? That's just like water going down the drain. See, you got to understand the dielectric. That field. Where we at? Can I see? There we go. That plane of inertia, it's not located right here in the center. See, I got extra stuff on here too. I can take all of this stuff off. Get too much. I want y'all to see too much. But you know, I just got a screw going through it. It's not located here. It's forced here. It's pressurized. It's a pressurized system that we live in, right? This is pressurized here. It's forced here. Okay. Let's look at some things here. I want y'all to understand inertia. Oh yeah, I don't know what my stuff. You know what? Let's get another one. Something smaller here. I'm gonna open up a new one on y'all right here. See, I ain't even open up this one. We're gonna write on this here so we can see something. The visuals is what helps us get that C now. So me smoking ain't gonna help. Where we at? The plane of inertia is forced there by pressure mediation. Can I see that here? Yeah. If you was to break a piece of this off, you now change. This is like water in a bathtub. You see, that's why it's half. See, this is the same for your horizon line. The reason why the horizon line is showing you half. See, it's a pressure. You know what I'm saying? See, they told you about air pressure, right? Yeah. See, it's a pressurized system. So that means something pushing down. There's a force down pressure, and that's what, you know what I'm saying, like water in a bathtub. You know what I'm saying, and that's what making this happen. Matter of fact, we're gonna have to do both of them at the same time, so y'all can see a little bit of flat Earth and magnetism because they're actually all working together. This is what you. Matter of fact, say no more because I got to get this off my chest. I got to get this off my chest. I'm on the job. We're talking, and I don't know how. Like we some flat Earth came out of my mouth, and the kid rolled his eyes. Now, you know, I'm the teacher on the job. I'm the electrician, and my apprentice, he's rolling his eyes and says like, "Oh, you guys and flat Earth stuff." And I'm like, and he sounds like a pretty intelligent kid. He talks good. He might be on listening to me tonight because I told him come check us out. And so I had to figure out a way to be able to to reach these intelligent people who want to know. I think they want to know. So let's make it real simple. Us as flat earthers, that you want to call us flat earthers, we don't, we believe that the earth is round. Okay? So there you go. Ta-da! The earth is round. So now now that we both on the same page, let's work on it. Is it safe to say that we're inside an atmosphere? Okay, cool. Well, let's be simple and let's draw a sphere. It's a circle, flat on paper here, okay? And inside, we are inside this atmosphere. We're actually, we look at a horizon line that seems to go on. And under this horizon line is the ground. So can we all agree on this, globalists? But now what's happened is what I want y'all to see is that this same as magnetism, what is it starting to look like so far? Maybe it's starting to look like a gyroscope. Okay, but anyway, let's move on. Is it safe to say that we live on this horizon line? Right in there? Yeah. And the ground is what's under us and the space is above us. Right. Yeah. I think we doing good so far, right? Yeah. We've noticed that we just made ourselves a gyroscope. We're looking at the ground, you know what I'm saying? And we're looking at space. Yeah. The problem is that the sphere is up here and not in here. So we're inside the earth, right? For some, but your information, you seem to be on the curved part. You seem to be out here. We're inside of the earth atmosphere, the mesosphere, you know what I'm saying, this is a biggie because you probably got a problem with the dome. But when you're standing in this area right here, this area right here is called the hemisphere. Okay, hemisphere. Blah blah blah. All right. Look up your Google definitions and find out what a hemisphere is, and they will let you know that a hemisphere is half of a sphere. Wow. That half of a sphere that is called the hemisphere, you know what I'm saying, is the dome that you're inside. Now we got to go back over to magnetism again, but I think you should get an understanding because see, water pulls up. Water don't, you know what I'm saying? The water's not here, it's in here with us, inside this pressurized system, pressure that's making equal balance between space and counter space. See, this counter space is the opposite of space. You see, we have creatures that live in the space, and we have creatures that live in counter space. Okay? Now, because we are on a pressurized system, we have these gradients of pressure that we live under. Man has only dug a hole 8 miles down. That's the deepest hole that man has ever dug because of the pressure system that's going on here. He doesn't belong anymore down. But you do understand that because we are in a balanced system, if he's only able to go 8 miles down before he can't go any further, that means he can only go 8 miles up before he can go any further. You're starting to see what's going on in here. It's like a dog tied to a chain. He can only go but so far, and then after that, he's going to be only creating the circle. You know, hello, hello, globalists. Listen, we don't gotta get into what gravity and y'all want to get your math and trust me, I'm gonna show you your math too. I'm gonna show you your math between magnetism and the dielectric field is 90 degrees. You know what I'm saying? Your dielectric field, everything on the earth is dielectric, right? And remember, the dielectric field in the in the magnetic field is 90 degrees. This will be your magnetic field, and this is your ground. Everything on the ground is what? Dielectric. So this is your math that y'all was looking at when they was talking about coming into the your math for coming into the center of a globe, that you can't only go 8 miles down, but you can't come up with pi when you you know what I'm saying by doing that. But okay. Like I said, you ain't gonna do that with 8 miles, but okay. Do we see what's going on here? All right, if this is the dielectric field, the ground, that's 90 degrees from the magnetic field, this is what happens when you leave inertia. When you leave inertia, you enter inside the magnetic field of pressure that's pushing down to make this line. Now let's go back to our magnet and look at the viewing film, the magnetic viewing film, and look at that line. Man, my stuff is all over the place. Do I really got to do that? You see, you already know that though. You got to do them like that. Where's Dojo? Do we really gotta go? Do we really gotta? Can this be simple? Can this be simple? Do we gotta really make this hard? You're inside of an atmosphere, inside the mesosphere, and this area is the hemisphere, which is called the firmament in your Bible. You know what I'm saying? This is that dome that they're talking about of magnetism, the Taurus knot that you're looking at of centrifugal convergence and divergence reciprocating, creating this magnetic field that you cannot see, but's holding you in. But you already know that. There we go. Bro Joe is in the house. I see you. Just trying to give these guys a little bit of ammo here. You know what I'm saying? They have to be able to see it. You got to just write it down real simple. Sphere inside the sphere. Yeah. Okay, good. And we already know that water pools up and always finds its lowest. So yeah, come on, man. Anything if they can't see that, because that's just common sense right there. We're just trying to deal with common sense. We don't have to get too far into all of these big Maxwellian equations and quantum crap, because we already know that fields have no quantity. Yeah, that's what makes it infinity. and you can't count infinity, it's impossible. Counting is made, you know what I'm saying, for humans, you know what I'm saying, so you can get their money right. You know what I'm saying? That's basically the best thing that they taught you. You know what I'm saying? That's basically the best thing they taught you. Let's go on some, you know what I'm saying? I got the panel here. We can open up the panel. You know what I'm saying? Oops, what did I just do? I gotta be able to see this thing. Yeah. Let's open up a panel here for everybody. Anybody want to come up here? Want to build? Want to add to it? Because I know there's a lot of stuff that I'm still not saying because you know how it is. You got stuff on your mind, and then when it's time for it to come out, it don't come out. And then when you get off, you're like, oh yeah, I should have said that too, and I should, you know. So like a lot of times we vibe off each other. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and you know another thing that was very important. I want y'all to know is that I had got this when I got from the back chat. One of the members in the back chat had said that they wanted to see some nice, easy methods because they're teaching on their channel. Now, for that member or whoever, and for the rest of y'all teaching on your channel, I want to be in your chat room. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I'm part of this too. You know what I'm saying? I'm with that because see, I realized that when I'm teaching on the job or in you know in real life, I'm so far down the rabbit hole. I can't help I can't help people. You know what I'm saying? Like even for a lot of people, you're gonna have to get introduced to this level. You see, Sanchez brought you so far down the road and now sent it for, you know what I'm saying, and now brought you to me. You know what I'm saying? I can't get you I can't go all the way back. Hold on, mute your mic. Thank you, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to go. I'm so far down the rabbit hole. I should have left bread trails a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? To help out, but I didn't. So I'm starting from where I'm at. So you need somebody to help bring you down that road till you get here, and now you'll be able to grasp these things. A lot of if you just try to jump onto it from here, it'll be hard, you know. But that's why everybody needs to teach on their channels and stuff like that, and we all need, you know what I'm saying, because we all have a different angle of approach. We all have a different angel of light, you know what I'm saying, of information, of illumination, you know what I'm saying. So that's why, and we all can reach a person in a different way. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we need everybody to be down with each other. You know what I'm saying? We all going to support each other. You know what I'm saying? Like how we've been doing. Now I see my man, the boy, is in the building. You know what I'm saying? What's popping? What's popping, young Jedi? How we looking? How we doing?
Peace to the God, peace to the God, you know. I gotta say salute one world, one hood.
Yeah, yeah, my you. Wagwan.
There, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just here to help you with the build, just to add to everything you got there, you know. And
Yo,
and to
please do.
absorb everything there that, you know, you're bringing me up to the level. I'm just loving it, bro.
Yeah, you
You
know,
know.
because a lot of people hear these terms and they hear this stuff all the time, but it really doesn't resonate the way it needs to, and that's why we got to take people who has a good understanding to break it down in their way, because we think more alike. You know what I'm saying? We're a community already. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So we understand how we think. That's how we break it down to each other. I think I can't make it no simpler. I try to do it for dummies. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, you pretty much simplify it, and that's what we need, you know. All the language and everything. I see how you blend it all in, and you make it easier to understand and to comprehend, and that's what we really need, because a lot of us can't really get past the language, and you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let
Even
me
with
tell
me,
you,
like,
I
I
don't know how I
understand.
picked it up. I think I probably got it most because of being an electrician for so long and realizing that that's part of this magnetism. They're just in reverse. So once I
Yeah.
started seeing that, and I said, you know what, wait a minute, and I put my time into it, I was able to bam, I easily picked it up, and now I know, and I said, now I know how to be able to relate this to everybody because we need to know it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of information that we dumb to, and like I said, and we're slave to technology. Little does everybody know. You
That's
know what I
right.
mean?
And I'm just here taking you in, bro, and seeing how I could apply your knowledge to all the electrical codes, all the national electrical codes, and really see if I could come up with a way how to implement a grid inside of a house, you know?
Right.
It, it's just like if you think about it, you put at least 20, $30,000 in the electrical work, right? To build a house. So I wanna see what we could come up with, bro. I don't wanna say too much, but you know,
Yeah, I
we
think that I'll be honest. I'm looking into a way where I'm like I would like to make it like the pyramids, where when you walk into my house, you can just grab a light bulb and it'll light. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
how Teslas do. You know what I'm saying? There's a way to do that, and I've seen it where I can. Well, I haven't done it yet, but I've seen it and I understand the concept, so I know it can work. Where we can send a charge into like the garden,
Mm-hmm.
and the garden would actually glow like that too, and that will probably, like we was talking with Dojo, probably get the right frequency, keep the pest away. You know what I'm saying? Without
But
harming the plants or anything, just by making that disturbance, and you know what
mm-hmm.
I'm saying, and that would get them away from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Come on up and join us, bro, man. You know what I'm saying?
Even
But yeah, for
even
sure.
even to incorporate the system of what we got now, just self-powering from the foundation of the house. And you could tie in all that power to motion sensors and everything.
Oh,
You
oh
see,
yeah.
you see what I'm thinking about. Like, okay, so the way how they run the grid is like they have the surge coming from the plant, then it goes to the transformers, and then that break it down to the 120 and bringing it into your house to the 120, right? Well, they bring
Hmm.
in 220 into your house, and then from your panel break it down, something like that.
Uh, yeah. Well, once it comes into your house, the 220, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it would.
Your
You
panel
really
will break
you're
it down to
110.
120.
Yeah, it'll break down to 110 to run through the house, and 220 when you need it, there'll be something special to go to it. That means you're basically taking two 110s and bringing them over to an area. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So how do we get a source that could generate 210 volts is the question, is what I'm trying to implement from all this knowledge, you know?
Oh,
I-
yeah. So you're ready. You ready to build the Gary Destroyer?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, bro. Like, we could get something up to just generating 210 to your panel that should break down to 110 each way. You're golden. You see
well,
what I'm saying?
I can get you 220. Yeah,
And yo,
I can get you
you,
more than that.
you know
But
what?
the key
Mm-hmm.
would be getting a lot of amperage right now though, and that's what I'm working on because yeah, we can get you to 220. You'll probably be able to run a few things, but I know the way we thinking, we want to just run the whole damn place, and you know what I'm saying, and we're like, well, now we're talking about kicking up the amperage for the 220. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we get 220, but I don't see right now. I
So
can't get
that
my
that
amperage that high, but it is
yeah,
possible.
that's where I gotta follow you and see how we create amps, and then I could add to you. I got a kind of a weird mind. They say, when I go build stuff, I don't know, everything just comes out of nowhere, bro. Like, I'm sitting in the house I built here, a nice
Oh yeah, you
35.
built it.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
Is it nice
Where you at? Where you at? Where you live at?
in Canada?
You're in Canada. Okay, that's what's up. You out there with masterpiece?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. And it's like I'm really interested into all this stuff. This
What
is
what?
revolutionary. Like, we could do something. We could make something work. Like that thing with the nails and the dirt, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I drew up a thing. I'll send it to you in the back chat. That shit, yo, bro, you gotta, like, I don't want to say too much, like I say, but I just want to see how you're gonna how we're gonna put all this together, you know. And I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. You got another head, right? So whatever you're gonna come up with, you're gonna have another head to, generate
All right. All right. I got a
information
question
and
then
all
for you.
that. Mm-hmm.
Can you do you you know circuitry? You gonna I give you a circuit, you can build it.
Not yet, but I could understand how to build it.
All right. Do you have you got like soldering gun, wires,
Mm.
little things to be able to get some stuff done?
Yeah, I
All
got
right.
all that kind of tools.
Okay. All
Even
right.
like I got a real mechanical one. Like you see how you're building those pancakes and stuff. Like I
Yeah.
could set up all of that on reels so you could get it done like that. Like boom, you're making quells. We just wind them up on machines like reel that up, bam, we're done.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, we just it's just all that kind of stuff. Like I work with a lot of machines. I'm also a tailor too, bro. So
Okay.
I'm really looking to improve all my skills. Like
Yo, look at
with
this circuit I got over here put together. See,
yeah.
we're gonna be going over this one, but this is like a little bit down the road, and I'm just waiting for a few more people to start having like yourself that's in the back chat that's got their stuff ready. You see, this right here, this is an energy harvesting circuit right here. This is gonna
Mm-hmm.
give you free energy right off the Wi-Fi waves and whatever float through the air. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A high, you know what I'm saying? This is a nice circuit right here. I got. There's plenty of these things. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes it free. Like some people, what I didn't says that this is a battery. I didn't. There's nothing to hook this to no battery. This is only hooking up to capacitors to antenna up in the air, and it takes the waves and
Mm-hmm.
sends it into our battery storage. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Another method of free energy. But like I said, that's something we're gonna be getting into in a little bit down the line. Okay, Alicia. Okay, you in the Canada too. We got a little bit of Canada. We got some Canadians in here in the house.
We're all Americans, bro. We the real
I
Americans,
mean, yeah.
bro.
I
We're still on
hear Canada is
American
not far
soil.
from me.
No, it's just up north. It's just north of you. That's it. We're on
Yeah,
the same landmass.
yeah. I'm
But
in New York. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It's probably.
yeah, that's just like what 4 5 hour drive from Toronto.
I didn't even know. That's close. It's weird, but I got to get a passport to go over there, though, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well,
I can
depends.
drive eight. I can drive 50 hours in another direction, but I can't drive 4 hours to that way, huh? With same landmass. That's crazy.
I know.
It's still cold over there.
Oh yeah. Right now
Uh,
it was minus 33 Celsius this morning.
wow.
Yeah, it's
It's
pretty cold right now.
still snowing out there.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
a lot
So
of snow.
we ain't getting no more snow. We been doing good with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why
Mhm.
all the nice jackets out here they say Canada on it. It say those are the real winter coats.
Yeah,
They say Canada on it. Canada Goose, anything Canada was like this. Okay, that's how we do it.
yeah, bro. We're Arctic cat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice country though. Beautiful country, Canada. Beautiful part of America that when you come up here, you see another part of America that's so vast and intriguing and full of resources. And that's what I want to tap into, all the natural resources we have available, and use them to our advantage. See, because we got the space here in Canada, but we don't have the populace, right?
Uh,
But we still advance with the technology because we're just right there, like we're pretty much brothers, Canada and US.
Yeah. I
Mm.
mean, I can't see how 4 hours away we don't have the same president. That's crazy.
I know it's a bunch of politics, but I'm not like I deal with the politics, but right now I'm trying to learn. So I'm not trying to. They ain't teaching me nothing in the politics. What I'm saying, brother. This is the real education right here that you're doing. That's why I'm tuning in. I'm always tuning into that stuff. I didn't even know you had your channel up. Soon as I seen that, I just subscribed one time, bro.
My man. You know,
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I see we getting. I stopped doing, like I said, videos a long time ago, but I just now doing live streams. I never, that's something new. Like I said, and
Mhm.
I felt the pressure from bro, and you know what I'm saying. So I figure I'm gonna step up to the plate and you know what I'm saying, help the community build. You know what I'm saying, and try to get another platform up here where we can, we can all each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah. So
Yeah, that's
today
how it is.
we're doing what? The four principles of the universe: resistance, capacitance, permeability, permittivity. You know what I'm saying? Oh, London. London's in Canada? Oh, you're in London. Okay, okay, okay,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, yeah. There's a city called London here. It's in Ontario,
Ah.
London, Ontario.
Oh wow, you're in an ice storm. Wow.
Yeah, London's nice city.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. You know, so I drive a sports car. I got, rear wheel drive, so I can't be doing the snow too much, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying?
don't got the 4 by.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So light is a field perturbation. You know what I'm saying? That's a field perturbation. That's a perturbation in when we say the field, we're talking about the ether field. When you hear we're talking about a perturbation in the ether. You know what I'm saying? There's a medium that's here, and light illuminates. Okay, it's very good. That it's been important to know. You said light doesn't travel; it illuminates.
Mm-hmm.
A piece of metal, once heated up and given enough power to it, it starts to glow. Starts off like red, and then it gets hotter and hotter, and then the color starts to change until it eventually it turns white and starts giving off a light, like how you're
Heat.
looking at on all your lights, because that's a piece of metal inside that's being heated up. Okay, it's just a piece of metal. You can heat up any metal and it'll illuminate. It doesn't emit light. It doesn't give off light. Light has no color. It's clear. It's invisible. You're looking at the glowing, and then you're looking at an effect of the medium that's here. That stuff is important to know when y'all get into science. When you're just talking about the lights coming out and the travel and all the things, I'm like, yeah, no, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So you're saying so say for example a toaster when it heats up so it start emitting heat. So is light and heat because you have them separate as ways, right?
Now,
So
now, now you're talking. You sound like you was about to tell me water, steam, and ice.
yeah,
3 different modalities. There you go.
because
All
and it
one and the same.
have to be separate too because it's not all the time that the light will generate heat, but it's still emitting, which is a force to be captured. I guess that's what you're saying, right? Emission.
Illuminating.
Okay.
It's illuminating. You know what I'm saying? Is that if it would be emitting, then you'd be like you'd be able to collect it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's illuminating. You know
So
what
it
I'm
doesn't
saying?
emit as it's illuminating. Does it emit? Like say for example, the sun illuminates the planet, but it also emits that radiant heat and light, I guess.
Hmm.
So how do we distinguish those two now, the emissions and the illumination?
Well, it depends what you're talking about, because we're talking about light, and light is an illumination, a perturbation in the medium, in which is the ether, a disturbance
Oh, okay.
in the ether, and you're looking at an effect that's happening that would only happen in this medium of ether. It wouldn't happen anywhere else. That's why you can't do that same thing in water when you change the medium. There's, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, there's a medium that we live in, the same as like the fish live in their medium. And they manipulate their medium to their ability, the same like we do, but we just don't realize that we're in the medium, and that's why we're not trying to manipulate it, because that's the reason why they start taking away all this information. You need to learn and know this stuff. This is what we're doing when we when we pulse a coil with a magnet. You know what I'm saying? We're making a disturbance in the ether. You know what I'm saying? By making a field and pulsing a field and collapsing the field. We're making a disturbance in this ether, in this radiant energy that's all around you right now. But the only reason why it's not affecting you is because it's
It's
balanced.
stable. Yeah, it's stable.
Right. And when we disturb it enough, you might make it get a shock or charge.
Yeah, because even today that happened. There's a little bit of plastic on that's still covering the mattress under one of the kids' beds. So there's a sheet covering the mattress, covering the plastic on top of the mattress. So picked my boy up off the mattress, and it just created a big spark that just hit the sheet. As soon as I was about to touch him, I could have seen that spark just went straight to the plastic. I was like,
Hmm.
that's a lot of
I mean,
energy right
because
there.
the plastic, or everything here, everything on this planet in here is can be magnetized. Everything here. You know what I'm saying? The glass. That's why you have to get special glass in the microwave.
Hmm.
Because you know what I'm saying, and they started making all the stuff like that because everybody's microwaving now. You know what I'm saying? But it's because when that glass is actually like a capacitor, because a dielectric is charge holding capabilities. So that's like a capacitor. It can hold a charge. But everything here, you know what I'm saying, it's the electrostatics is where it's holding at.
Hmm.
Yeah, those noble gases. Yeah. Maybe maybe uh plasma. Maybe plasmic. You know what I'm saying? It may be something to do, you know what I'm saying? But the gases is plasma though. Technically that, I mean, that is plasma. But because I've been seeing some stuff when it comes to that, man. I gotta look into it. I gotta look into it. It's like a whole new learning, you know what I'm saying? A time going on. Panel's still open. Anybody else want to come up with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Come build. Questions, answers, anything y'all say. I gotta look. I try to look through the chat. Sometimes I'll be missing some stuff, but I'll be looking through here as we go along and try to get any of your stuff. Yeah, I see my man Dojo is in the house. Oh, you on the plantation? Okay, that's what's up. I feel you. I feel you.
He's on the farm.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. We're gonna get him off the farm. You know what I'm saying? We all coming
Hmm.
together here as a community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we getting up off the farm. That's the whole point of this.
Yeah, the sacred geometry
They
definitely is
what do
what
they
is
charge?
where it's at.
They charge what?
Huh?
About 15 cents per kilowatt right now. That's
Oh,
that. That's the basic cost of electricity.
Oh yeah.
15 cents per kilowatt.
Oh, I see knowledge.
Depends wherever you are. Some places probably 30 cents a kilowatt.
Hey, you know, knowledge is power. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge is power. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's probably it's illegal for you to do it on your own. You know what I'm saying? Why did they make it illegal? I guess that means because it's possible for you to be able to do it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So they already made it a law, you know what I'm saying, to tell you that if you can do it, it's illegal. You know, there wouldn't be no law if it wasn't possible.
that's right.
You know?
It's because
Yeah.
they want us to pay for it, keep paying for it. That's why.
You know, last week, so I know y'all still, you know what I'm saying, people who following in classes, when we was talking about these waves and stuff that, and I was showing y'all the pulse
Yeah,
wave.
the shorter the time lapse.
Yeah, I want y'all to know and understand that right now I was only going over DC voltage. So that's why when you be seeing those on the, you know, voltage, and it may be like that, you know what I'm saying? There's the same blah timeline. You see it going where that square wave voltage. We're talking about a DC voltage. I know sometimes you when y'all look at waves, you might see something like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But what's happening here is, pardon my you know handwriting, is that this is going. This over here, I said was battery. This was DC.
DC, direct
Over
current.
here, you got alternating current,
AC.
alternating between DC and AC is that wave. I don't know how far I am. Can y'all bring it up? All right. When we was looking at the square wave, we are all on top of the line. I'm still in the DC area. But over here, you notice I'm in the DC and in the AC area, and that's why that wave is like that. And then you might see one where it's starting to do this, you know what I'm saying? And now you're talking about two phases. And then you might see one where you got three colors. That's your three phases. So that's all this stuff is right here. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing.
So
One side is your
where in
DC,
the
the other side was your AC, and this is your wave that's alternating between DC and AC. But if you put a diode on it and you wanted to stop the AC and wanted to turn it back into regular battery power, you block off this side, you know what I'm saying, with your diodes, you know what I'm saying? And now you only got going this way, because this, when you see it going this way, the power's going back and forth. When you see it go this way, it's going one way. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? Just one. These is little things I gotta throw in there for y'all, because when we get into it later, I want y'all to understand these things already. I don't want to just start some projects and just throw stuff out there. And I will need y'all to be ready for this stuff before it gets here. That's why all of the different things I'm going over is actually going to get you your to be able to build. If you can see behind that Gary Destroyer. You know, we call it Gary Destroyer. Some people might call it a pulse motor or a schoolgirl, or and get y'all minds going in different type of ways of making these things. You know what I'm saying? And let your mind go. And like I said, we could bring this on. I'm already to the point where I'm ready to make clothings that can store energy. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm already on thinking towards that, I'm talking to a person that can, you know, a seamstress and one of those, and I'm like, yo, I want to give you. I know it might seem crazy, but this is what I need for it to be done. I need you to incorporate this into some clothing, and I want to see what
Mm-hmm.
I can do here. You know what I'm saying? These are, you know, and these are just little things that I'm projects that I'm doing, that I build and stuff on my own before we go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
that's high tech, bro.
say it again.
That's high tech.
Yeah, somewhat. You know, but like I said, it's got to start somewhere, and then as we build, I might, make it, display it, because all my stuff here is open source. It's all for the community. Anybody that's interested, that's willing to come in and join and rock with us. If you got a time to pay attention and learn, something, and or even add something, man, that's all great. That's what we do.
So let me ask a question. If you're harnessing free energy, the best way to run it is through DC, direct current.
Well, we use DC because batteries
Or what?
stored.
Okay, I see.
Now, capacitors. Well, the difference between capacitors and batteries is the rate that it discharges. You know what I'm saying? A battery would discharge slowly. A capacitor discharges immediately. You
Hmm.
understand? So if you want to, we can store up some power, but you want it to be able to use it progressively. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
as
So
needed.
that's why we go into batteries, and you can take your batteries with you and anywhere. Even every hospital has a battery backup system. It's called a UPS system. So
Yep.
that way, in case the power goes off, the ATS, the automatic transfer switch, kicks on, and now the battery backup is now working. You know what I'm saying? And then that's going to keep running itself. You know what I'm saying? And how you think you think the hospitals is going to be running out anytime soon? They already got these methods already in. How do I know? I installed them. Would AC be better to get higher voltage than DC? It doesn't make a difference. It's all in what you're trying to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So I would says that the most of the things that we're using, because the only time you're gonna find high voltage in DC now is like in the subway.
Stove
We're
or
using we're using AC everywhere. You know what I'm saying? They use AC because you can send it further. It's easier to send it further distance. You know what I'm saying? If you was to use DC, you know what I'm saying? You use AC, they can send the voltages all the way down. You can put it to another transformer and step it back up again. So DC will require uh more stops in between. You know what I'm
so the
saying?
so the bottom diagram you have there on the right with the DC AC, that could easily describe pretty much a 12 gauge 12 two wire two wire with ground American gauge wire, black and white with a ground. Is that what's going on there?
No. I would say is that would be the the magnetic and the dielectric field.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Uh,
when, as I
because
remember.
because when power comes on,
Mm-hmm.
it turns into a that be magnetized. Yeah, now you see you're starting to see it. Yeah, they all coincide and correlate together. It's just crazy the way it does. But like I said, when you're looking at an alternating current, what do you mean by alternating? When you say AC, you got 220 AC in your home. What do you mean by that? Well, we're saying that your alternating current is AC. What do you mean by that? You're alternating between, you know what I'm saying, between poles.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if I take a magnet, which I should probably do the experiment. I'll put the meter on this, and I'll hit this with a magnet, right? And you're gonna see a reading.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But now, if you know what I'm saying, but that reading is only one. But when I go away, I'm now changing the polarity. So you know what I'm saying. So I'm going in and out and in and out. I'm alternating polarities. I'm alternating the current. You know, so the same was happening with the like I said in the Gary Destroyer. You're looking at magnets passing by. You know what I'm saying, and now alternating that current. It started off with battery power running through the coil, but once it got hit with the alternating rotating magnets, it changed it into alternating current. And now on the other side coming out was alternating current. And before I send it back to the battery, I put a diode on it and change it back into DC, which is battery power. There you go. And that, you know what I'm saying? Look,
Boom. I got that. I got you.
my man. I see you, Cam. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said,
And that's on the macro scale. So pretty on the micro scale. So we could macro that whole system up.
oh yeah, the bigger the better when it comes in. That's because see, this wires is inducing itself when it goes through. When one wire is magnetically inducing the other wire, because you got to understand the there's nothing running through the wire. It's not a straw.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even though we're taught that way, because we like I said, we ain't as smart as we did humanity. You know what I'm saying? So it's not nothing running through this. There's no electricity coming through this like a straw through the wire. There's no electron. That's why I said there's no real electrons. You know what I'm saying? When you really get to it, but you can't tell somebody that, especially when you're not an electrician or nothing like that, or engineer. So you ain't gonna tell a guy there's no such thing as an electron. Yeah, let me do that one. I'll fight him with that one. But if you can pick up the concept that says, well, is nothing coming through like a straw, and this wire is inducing the next wire over it, well, then that means it's not going through it. It's going around it.
Going
It's
around
a
it,
field.
yeah. So it's swirling around it.
Right, and it's turning into a magnet where there's a dielectric field on this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's reciprocated once we liven it up.
Mm-hmm.
It now
So
turns
it's
into
gonna
a magnet.
up and down reciprocate.
Right.
Right.
I can put a compass to this, and you'll see north and south once we liven this up. This is now a magnet, and it's also a capacitor because the dielectric field has the storing capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that already. You know what I'm saying? You already know that. I see backpack. I see all of y'all in the magic mirror.
So pretty much the bigger the dielectric field is, the more capacity it has.
Yeah.
And the more
Yeah.
capacity means it's the more it could put out or take in, or both.
Well, same thing. So what happens on one side happens on the other because everything is a balance. It's
Mm-hmm.
all in how you use it. And like I said, and that's when we start to really put our thoughts together. Because like I said, when I was showing last time, because then, like I said, this is why especially in this field, you're going to notice we may be saying a lot of things over and over and over again. And that's because it's going to take a while for it to resonate, even though you may think it does. But
Mm-hmm.
you'll see. But anyway, uh, two magnets. It's harder to push these things together,
Than it
you see
is
what
to
I'm
pull
saying,
them apart.
than it is to make it attract. So so let's water, steam, and ice that. Let's think in another term and look at it. You know what I'm saying? Let's change. How can we say it? If you was a musician, we can use the same
Change
chord.
the
Let's invert it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now what's happening is that now that we know it takes more energy to repel
Or
than
propel.
it does to attract.
Yeah.
So So now when we take out, that means if I'm trying to get more, well, I can take my two coils that induce each other by putting them together in a pancake and have them repelling each other in force, so that the signal that comes out is at a much greater magnitude.
Mm-hmm. So you get
That,
them within a 16th of each other.
and but now you know distance is what caused the capacitance between the stuff. So now if I was to put more space between, you know what I'm saying, I'd get more capacitance. But yeah, once, you know what I'm saying, but then I'd have more resistance.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I have, you know what I'm saying? So you're giving up one on the other, but you know what I'm saying? We're looking for power right now. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to play these fields together.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Taurus field. Yeah, I had the videos playing that the fractal woman put up of the Taurus knot. I might do some more of that, you know what I'm saying, real quick, but you know what I'm saying, before we get off. But that's good to see. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I need to see. I need to get more examples. Like I said, I had it in my phone. I should have sent emails it to myself, and then I would pull it up in here, but I didn't. I'm not that fast, so I'm not gonna go doing it right now. We
So
always gonna recap, but
so you're
There's
saying,
a lot of examples. What I mean that there's a lot of examples that I'm gonna show you magnetism in nature, where you're gonna see the Taurus field. You're looking at the symmetry of it. You're seeing the spiral. You know what I'm saying? That it's doing the spiral of life, the flower of life. You're looking at the whole thing going, and then you'll be able to see these things like in nature, like your pine cone or
mhm,
your sunflower.
rose or
You
your
know what I'm saying?
rose?
Or you even seen those people with those Ferrocell experiments where they got, it's like spikes. You be seeing these spikes going up or something like that. If you don't know if those spikes is following the same pattern as that as the Taurus. If you
Yeah.
was to actually put some fluid and push it through those lines, you would realize it's making that same pattern. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because that's a pattern of magnetism that we're looking at. You know what I'm saying? And it's all over nature. It's taking care of it's everything. Magnetism is running this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why the principles of the whole universe is capacitance, resistance, magnetic permeability, and permittivity. And as long as you think under those aspects, you come up with the keys for all of this stuff. Yeah.
So pretty much, if earlier when you were saying propulsion or repellence, is you're saying you get the more closer the magnets go together, is the more repellence you're gonna get.
Well, like I said, if I take two magnets and I flip one side, they're gonna repel.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens is that for me to make these two push together, it's gonna take me a lot of physical force to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I need force to be able to put these things together, because the closer I put this together, the harder this is pushing itself out.
So it give a greater output then. I see. So
Correct.
when you put the two pancakes together, now it's just gonna explode the output.
Right, because the two pancakes is going to be opposites.
Ah.
But the reason why they're going to be able to go together is because there's no power through it right now. And
Mm-hmm.
then when the power comes on,
It
it's
can't
going to
come
be
apart.
pulse.
Yeah.
And so that means it's going to come on and shut off really quick. And that means it's going to make a bit, it's going to come through with so much force, and it's going to get bam. It's going to, because nature doesn't like that. That's why
Mm-hmm.
it tries to get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? And it pushes
Yeah,
it
that's
out the
right.
circuit.
Yeah.
You see, you got to understand. Look at the magnets right here. I got I got a magnet in my hand right here, and I got a magnet right here, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you see, I already about to do it. I'm going to drop it.
Yeah.
And And
It'll just
when
one
I
away,
dropped it,
push it away like real hard.
right, when I dropped it, they automatically all attracted together. There's no time that you're going to be able to take two magnets and let them free fall and drop and they repel from each other, because if attraction is what it wants to do. To repel, it takes a lot of force. It'd rather flip it around and let everything attract.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So now when I'm so now what's happening is that when I put these two coils together in repulsion and then I send the field through it, it's going to try to the same force that I
Flip.
needed to hold these things together is the force that it's going to use to push right through it. You understand? Or the same muscle energy that I needed to hold those two magnets together
It's the
is
same
what, you know what I'm
force
saying?
is
It's going
gonna
to be
be
that muscle
generating through
energy
it.
that
Yes.
pushes out.
Yes. So the longer you keep them together, it's just gonna keep forcing out that energy.
Right. But now the key is when you're doing these things is that it's never an open gate. That's what people get wrong. They just think that it's an open gate of energy, and it's not. It's a pulse, because you know what I'm saying. You're pulsing these things, so it's not gonna. If I needed to, if it was gonna be an open gate, eventually the fucking magnetism is gonna win, and it's gonna fucking push them things
Push
apart.
them apart. Yeah.
Right, but
So you have
because it's
to keep it
being
on and on.
pulsed, it's going off and on. It doesn't have enough time to muscle itself apart from my sandwich. You know what I'm saying? I can say, you know what I'm saying? And it's just gonna it moves faster because it always finds the least path
So
of resistance.
so what you need to do is create the quickest pulse ever to shut it on and off.
And that gets us back to here, because the
Holy fuck.
faster the pulse is, the more you know what I'm
Voltage you get.
saying, voltage you're gonna get. You
Yes.
understand? If you
Yes.
do a short pulse, you know what I'm saying. I mean, if you do a longer duration in the pulse, you're gonna have a shorter voltage. If you got this, you see it, and this is all the same time. Short amount of voltage in here. You know what I'm saying? A bigger amount of voltage here, and you notice the gap is smaller and smaller. These right here, you don't even see the gap. You just see the line going down because
So
it's in nanoseconds. And you know what I'm
so
saying? And now you're getting, and that means your spikes of voltage goes further down. It's like taking a piece of string and stretching it either way. You either want
yeah.
to stretch it in a way of voltage, or you want to stretch it in the way, you know what I'm saying, of power and distance, of duration. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of
So how do
longitude.
we create that switch that could flip on and off as fast as a hummingbird wings or as fast as the wings of a fly?
Well, right now for everybody, I'm gonna start y'all with simple transistors, because these are much easier to use, and they work real good. This is a 2N322 transistor, I believe, and it does get faster than this, but this does very fast. I'm getting readings like maybe over 20,000 RPMs.
What?
Easy. Yeah.
Holy fuck. That's fast.
Here, matter of fact, and just so we know that we're not just making these things up, I have
Your salsa, what? My skill size, well, how much are RPMs?
this
25.
one right here said on the last time I meet it was 8,000 per minute on the last one. Was any other one more? That was just the last one. But this just to show you that I do measure, you know what I'm saying, the RPM, you know what I'm saying?
8,956 revolutions per minute.
Right. That was the last time I tested. I usually had a whole more in memory, but I don't see any more right now. But just to let you know, I do have the meters I do test and all this stuff. It's just not, I'm just not talking out my ass with it. You know what I'm saying? I want you to know when I
So
says I'm getting all of those speeds.
divide
Yeah,
that
when I
by
turn
60. How much 9,000 by 60, and it'll tell you how fast per second that shit's flipping.
Yeah, like I said, I started getting speed so fast. When I first started this, it was external. I'm starting to build up speed so fast. I had to make it internal to for safety purposes because
That's
things started.
150
Yeah,
times per
every now
second.
and then I get the magnet to break off or something like that, or I had a problem and you know what I mean, because I'm stopping it by hand, and next thing you know, things are getting loose, and I want a magnet shut off. It was like almost a bullet one time. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And then because it's a magnet, it's stuck to something and you can't even find it. It's not laying on the floor nowhere. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
might take, you know what I'm saying? And I need that magnet because it was a special, nice, strong magnet. And now it's some fucking where in the house. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to take me a week before I find it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have actually invented wind turbine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I had I'm actually going to get a wind turbine. Probably gonna get one off of Amazon and add that to the
Gary Destroyer.
yeah, because I can,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, with that, so with the amount of RPMs that I get off of that, you know what I'm saying, we'll be wasting energy by not trying to collect off of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got to think about everything. Everything is something. I can put propellers on top of that, on top of that spinning, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
thing. You know
on
what I mean?
top
I
of the
can,
roof. Yeah.
yeah, I can put, listen, you really think about it. I can put propellers on the top of that and put I don't know, what are those, maybe some hoses like from your laundry mat and
Mm-hmm.
right off the top, you know what I'm saying, right in, you know, and right into a turbine, you know what I'm saying, and make a whole new power source for free
Mm-hmm.
because it's getting powered off the other one that's running for free. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, everything is free. You know? But that is good. That is a good one though. And we will get it. We will be buying a fucking excuse me, wind turbine, you know what I'm saying? Anybody want to help you can always do that. You know what I'm saying? One
Mm-hmm.
World, One Hood is everything. The PayPal, the Cash App, the website, the everything. One World, One Hood. My site is down. I gotta put it back up though, but
How
you
much
know,
for
but
one of
yeah, I
those
got
things, bro?
huh?
How much for one of those turbines?
I seen some different prices. I think I seen one as low as $30. I think I was looking at it on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? We can actually,
Pretty
and we can look
affordable.
at it. But yeah, they have different types depending on how, you know, how strong you want it or something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
they definitely have it. Wind turbines, you can make your own energy. What's this? Yeah. So I should have never looked at that text. Now I just brought off my whole. You know what I mean? That's what happened. That's why in golf they tell you, yo, don't even bring your phone. You know what I'm saying? You need to keep your concentration. You're gonna see the wrong thing on your phone. Your concentration gonna be off. You ain't gonna be able to play no more for the rest of the day. You might as well go home. You know. I see awakening minds. Yeah, yeah. We in here. We live, baby. You know what I'm saying? Young Jedi's mastering the arts of magnetism. You know what I'm saying? 6 different ways to make voltages up in here. You know, and paying for it is not one of it. But you know what? You are paying for it because you paying attention. You know what I'm saying? And time is money. You know what I'm saying? And so I appreciate all of that because just being here is paying enough. You know what I'm saying? Oh, spirit, like body. I'm starting to see family up in here. Man, you know, I don't know what to do because I usually be in the chat room with y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Send the link again. Maybe some of the
all right,
brothers hop
I'll
on.
send the link.
Hey, One World. So
Huh?
you got these 6 ways to make voltage now. So is there any restrictions? You could you incorporate 2 or 3 or even 4, 5, 6 of these ways all together to create voltage?
Um,
Are
never
they have to work
never tried
because
that one. But I'm gonna tell you what though, the
the reason
theory.
why I came to that conclusion is on one of your presentations there when you were doing the chemical reaction. with the nails and the copper rods, and you created a quite a bit of voltage. I think it was 1 volt or something
Mm-hmm.
out
Right.
of that whole thing.
Or the 8 volts or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
78
I
volts or
think it was
something like
eight,
that.
7, 8 volts or something. So
Mm-hmm.
with the same thing, chemical reaction, I thought there was some kind of pressure involved in that due to
Well,
the
when you chemical action, pressure is different from chemical action. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
The pressure is pressure. You know what I'm saying? That's like uh friction. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean that's
Well,
the
when
rubbing, the squeezing of crystals. You know what I'm
okay,
saying? And getting voltage. You know what I'm saying? That with pressure. You know what I'm
okay,
saying? That's
so it doesn't
piezo.
relate to like the kind of pressure that formulates itself under the earth or under the ocean, or when it's steam,
Um,
or when you build up
we see.
amount of
All
steam
right.
like a pressure cooker, for example. Is that
There's some stuff when they talk about going under this stuff. You know, a man can't go further than like 8 miles down, so he
mm-hmm.
don't really know what's under anything. You know what I'm saying? So, and diamonds aren't coming from under the ground. You know what I'm saying? Or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they would pressure
Yeah,
made
so
diamonds, it would
they're
be
under a
flat.
different form of pressure.
Yeah, yeah. So see, crystals are grown. You know what I'm saying? You grow crystals here, and diamond is another type of crystal. These
Mm-hmm.
these things are grown. You know what I'm saying?
And
It's
so
not
they emit
same
pressure
like
from.
rocks.
I
When I
see.
tell you, they really think that rocks is coming. Those things is magma under the ground pushing this stuff up, and it's like no, rocks grow. You know what I'm saying? These rocks grow. Got to know how science is telling you. You know what I'm saying? The science telling you that rocks grow. This is they ain't going up. There's no pressure. If pressure made the diamond, it would be flat from
Mm-hmm.
all of that pressure.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I said the code. You know what I mean? But it's
so
not.
it's a different kind of pressure.
Right. You can take, you know how like you take sugar and you could put it in the glass in the water and you put the string in there and then
Mm-hmm.
and it starts to gravitate or
Yeah,
collect to the,
like
and next thing you know
accumulate.
you can make it grow and you can make those things grow in it, and those sugar rocks get bigger and bigger and you make it, you know what I'm saying? You're making it grow. That's a crystal.
Mm-hmm.
That's another. That's the same type of doing the same thing. All of the crystals that are grown. These things are grown. They grow. It's a natural occurrence. You know what I'm saying? So know that. You know what I'm saying? Says they grown. The same like our dome and everything that's around us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Because I guess the dome would be. I don't know. There's two ways to look at it. It's either diamond,
Or
because
electromagnetic.
or it's ice.
That's the same
Now,
thing I say, brother.
now I can understand why it would be ice and why it would be clear ice. And there's a difference between ice and clear ice. You know what I'm saying? The clear ice is like diamond,
Mhm.
especially if it's going to be there for so long, and the stuff that is, you know what I mean, and keep attaining, you know what I'm saying, because of
Yeah,
its.
because it's lacking so much of one. It's lacking less. Absolutely, probably no oxygen at all. So it's pure carbon, right? And it's the pressurization of the atmosphere that creates that diamond layer.
You know what?
Because
You
it
That was tough right there.
it's not really far from it too, because it's a single refractive. It has a single refractive index, meaning that
Well,
light pass through
well,
it.
I see why aura, but I see you. I would say that there wouldn't be no impurities because the impurities got left down when when the yeah, I guess there's we got so much toxins over here in the air. I would say they probably still grab something on the way back up. But you know what I'm saying?
It
It
you know
usually
what? You,
when water distilled is pure. You know what I'm saying? So as it evaporates and goes up, you know what I'm saying, and collects it at the top, that's distilled, that's pure. So that's the reason why it's clear.
clear, yeah. And another reason, another thing that really correlates with diamonds and the dome is the way how diamonds are tested. Now, like I was saying earlier, diamonds are tested through refraction. That's one of the ways, and another ways is doing a hardness test, because it's like it
Yeah.
has a hardness of 10 on the hardness scale.
Right.
So when you do the refractive test now, what really correlates is that when there's only two stones that naturally have a single refractive index, and glass is one material that has a single refractive index, but it's easily distinguished than a diamond because glass has a hardness of 7, where a diamond has the hardness of 10, and a steel file has, or steel has the hardness of 7. So a steel file will scratch a glass, but it won't scratch a diamond. And the other stone, I don't remember the exact name of the stone, which also has a single refractive index like a diamond, has a hardness of 7. So the steel file can also scratch that stone. Now, the diamond with the index and the refractive index, when you say a single refractive index, that means when light passes through a stone and it hits the prism, it will only pass through one section of that stone or one index of the stone at a time. And this is easily viewed by like a times 10 magnification lens. And what you're looking for in a diamond is called the fire of a diamond or the brilliance of a diamond. Now, this is what distinguishes the stone different from any other stone, along with the hardness test, is that when you capture the index, the single refractive index of a diamond, what you will see is the exact colors of the rainbow. Now, if that stone is a synthetic stone, the orders of the colors won't match. You know how the orders of the colors go on the rainbow? Roygbiv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Those are the same colors you see when you look through the refracted, when light passes through the stone and it gives off the fire or the brilliance of the diamond. Now in synthetic stones, the order of the colors won't be the same. So you'll see red, you'll see yellow before you see orange. And that's how you really tell. Because in the diamond, it only will go red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, just like the rainbow. So my point being to say all of that was the way how the diamond and the sky correlates is that when you see a rainbow, that's the same brilliance that they call the fire in the ice, or the fire in the diamond, or the brilliance in the stone.
Uh-huh. So you see a rainbow and the same rainbow in diamond.
And try to cut her
Huh?
feed.
You see the same rainbow in a diamond? You still there? I
Had
still
a
I
little
don't hear anything.
technical difficulty there for a second.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
but we're back now. They kind of cut out her feed for a second, but you pretty much, I
Oh,
was pretty
okay.
much done right when they cut it. Yeah,
Now I was
yeah, bro. This
asking,
is
I
the
was
same
saying,
exact color as you see.
I was asking that you can see you can see a rainbow in a diamond.
Yes, yes, sir. That's how you distinguish to tell that it's real stone. The colors, the same exact colors in the stone through the single refractive index have to match. So it have to
So
go red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, blue, indigo, violet.
so I
And that's
guess that is diamonds in the sky then.
yes,
Just like
sir.
this, just like the song.
Yes, sir. A lot of people don't. I learned that through. I studied jewelry arts when I was around 19, 20, how to make jewelry and how to distinguish gemstones. And that they teach you how to do gemology, how to tell different gems and stuff, and how to make jewelry and fine arts with gold and silver and stuff. So you learn a lot of stuff, but that's how I learned about gems.
Uh-huh. Shinobi,
Hmm.
I see you. I see you in my magic mirror. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? And I give you the address. I'd love to put some experiments to anything. You know what I'm saying? We gotta the community. That's how the community comes together. So I can be like this item right here we got from member Shinobi. We're gonna take this and we're gonna stick it inside this core, and I'm gonna try to send 220 volts because the boy likes to hear the 220 and better, and we're gonna power this thing up with that. And we're gonna see where we can get it. You know, we're gonna test it out.
Yeah, I'm trying to see like light and heat. It- we know for sure when we incorporate those two, we could get voltage. You see what I'm saying? Because when I see the 6, I see the 9. I'm trying to see how, along with all your masters, how we could like simplify it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Get more like you say. There's something in everything. So if we could capture it all and put it together and make it work, it's gonna work.
Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. You can still, tell me what it's all about.
Yeah, brother. We see if we get this. Wow. They won't be able to hold us back no more.
Oops. I don't know if you can see in there. You know what I'm saying? This is what happens. You know what I'm saying? You notice on the I got my meter hooked up to the coil, and all I do when I touch the magnet to it, you're starting to see
Negative.
a voltage. But but when you add when you put a magnet to a bipolar coil, well you get a voltage. But you already know that
Mhm.
because we went over that already. But I just need y'all to sometimes, you know what I'm saying, the experiment part is there. You need to see the only thing we do it right now is I just touched it to it. I ain't doing nothing special. I ain't trying to move real fast. I just put it to it, touched
It
it,
is
you know what I'm
so.
saying?
Yeah.
And that was that. Figured out we can give y'all that quick one while it was there, while I have this stuff right here in front of me. You know, my boom, boom. I'm still going up through the comments though.
Hmm.
All right, we still at work. That's what's up. Okay, the astronauts in the building. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. We must have had some technical difficulties from the boy again. But how we doing with our time? You know what I'm saying? I believe we went over a lot though. Uh, enough. Not good. Not as much. Not how I wanted to do. I really had a lot of good images. You know what I'm saying, to go along with some stuff, and so I'm probably gonna really do that one again on the next one, or maybe I might do something in the middle of the week to make myself feel better. Nah, it's just gonna all be on Friday. All right, I'll save it all for one. I'm working on getting this act here together a little better for you. But the object though is for understanding. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, Adam, he's back. You had some technical difficulties there.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button.
Uh,
I
yeah.
try. I was trying to go back to the YouTube chat, and then
Uh, Yeah. So like I said, I'm probably gonna about ready to wrap this one up, and at least I'll have this weekend to to start putting the presentation better because I was already told last time about PowerPoint. I didn't forget about that. Shout out to you. I'm gonna work on that and putting these. But like I said, I had a lot going on. Yeah, if you only know, I don't know. They said this 2020, all this is gonna happen. Let me tell you something. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but bad shit is going down, and everybody I know, like, you know what I'm saying, all of my peoples is having a very hard time in life right now. This shit is just going down. I don't understand what it is, what kind of bad wave we going through. But I'm hoping that, this is going to be that 2020 that's supposed to give us this vision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's really tough even here too. It's not just there; it's everywhere in the world right now.
Yeah, at a time where minorities is at its lowest of unemployment. You know what I'm saying? And but for some reason, I'm seeing everybody crying and shit around me. With the majority,
I
you know what I'm
know,
saying? Or at least my friends, you know.
I know. Yet they say they created so many jobs and all that, and I still don't see it, bro. Because I've been looking for some contracts, and they're just still few, if
Hmm.
any. Like
Hmm.
things were just popping way more than they were for the last 4 or 5 years.
Hmm.
And even 4 years ago is a lot better than right now, present day.
Yeah. Do you have a profile on LinkedIn?
LinkedIn? Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
and what's that other one? What is it? Indeed, I think.
Indie.
Yeah, I think it's Indeed.
I'm
No,
not. No, I don't have profile on that. I have the LinkedIn one though. I
I
could send
forgot.
that to you in the back chat.
There was this damn it, what's the one? Is it Indeed? Or is it another one? When my man was just telling me about it, he says everybody goes on there and it's like you get a lot of everybody they get a lot of stuff on there. You know, it's everything is on social now. You know what I mean? You got to put your stuff out there on these social shit. Hold on. Hey, yo, Kev. Hey, what was the name of that website? I said my man put put the thing on to put your resume on. I was talking about before.
Oh, Indeed.
It was Indeed. Yeah,
Yeah.
Indeed.
Indeed, you can do Craigslist too. 'Cause I applied for jobs on Craigslist too.
Yeah, and
Any of those
profiles on there.
you put on certain social media that people business look at, and they'll pick it up.
Yeah, that was my man. That was my man Kev in the house. He's another electrician.
Yeah, they're hits. You put a resume on there, they get hits.
Yeah, you get a lot of hits with them things.
I got a hit on Craigslist as soon as I did it.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even put a resume. I just answered some questions.
Okay.
Mm.
You hear that?
Yeah, I got a few buddies that are good electricians. I got a one good buddy. He's been doing electrician work for 30 years now.
He did what for 30 years?
Electrical work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, cause I do building. I'm a builder, right? So I'm pretty much mingling with every trade.
Yeah, I mean, no, yeah, no. I guess it's not illegal for you to generate your own energy, but it's illegal for you to like to generate your own electricity. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I mean? Like they don't want you disconnecting from their grid and starting your own thing up in your house. No, that would be illegal. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
The way how we would probably have to approach it is we'll have to build our thing, set it up, and pump it back into their grid. It's like
Yeah,
how they're
yeah. You for this stuff right here, it's just something like you plug up to it. You know what I mean? Or if you really you want to incorporate that into your house. Well, now you're talking about transfer switches and other type of work. You know what I'm saying? Because you know when one system shuts off, the other system shuts on. But in case for this system right here, it's a manual start. I don't have this automatic starting. You know what I'm saying? That might be something for the future. But in the meantime, I start this is a manual startup with I start the magnet spin in my hand, and then it just perpetuates itself from that point on.
well, once we figure this stuff out, bro, we'll be able to deal with them from a government to government standpoint. So however we could harness our energy, and even if once we have our patents, like they can't really, it can't be like they can't come at us like, oh, it's illegal to create your own free energy. No, it's not like that no more. It's like you work with me, or I'm gonna do my thing straight up. So this is how it's gonna be. This is how we're gonna do it. And that's just what it is, bro. See what I'm saying? Because these power agencies and corporation, they just can't take over everything, and they have to understand that people can't afford it. But it's all in the approach. See the way how we approach it, we could have or say, and we could have it as our patent too. And as long as we're able to provide them with some of the benefits from what we know, then they can't refuse that. And that's what I see, bro. We have to really take that power back into our hands, knowing, right? Because once we
Right.
get everything working and they see that it's working, it's a different ball game now. It's like holy shit. It's like holy shit. Are we gonna be utilizing, or should we be utilizing what these guys have to, like, so what they'll have no choice but to incorporate us. So what I'm trying to say is the same way how, because I used to sell energy. That's the first form of work I started out with, was to go door to door and sell energy for direct energy all over Ontario and everything, sign people up on contract. I remember how they started out, and how they used to get people to do their footwork and everything just to get people signed into these contracts. Bro, when we started doing footwork for direct energy and those corps, now they fucking supply the whole of Ontario, bro. So is how we manifest ourselves in 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 that form, where we could go out and start contracting. And this is big stuff, because now we're creating a whole line of work for new upcoming electricians, and they're going to require or training. They're going to need training from us, because we're the ones that are putting all of this together. So our work just going to keep growing and growing and growing, because the whole world needs energy. So it's not something that I take lightly, brother. You know what I mean? I build multi-million dollar homes, cabins everywhere, buildings, apartments, complex, you name it, bro. Like I've been building cities and communities.
That's what's
So
up.
yeah, that's what's up. So when I see something, I know it could work. I want to take this out to the cabins, because what we're doing here, like, we've got a lot of those cabins that um they don't want to give insurance on, because of the nature of how they heat their cabins and stuff. They got wood fires and stuff, because people are trying to conserve. They really can't afford um power where it's not, and certain amenities like gas and stuff. So this is real useful stuff we're doing, real useful, because it really takes you off the grid. And believe it or not, it's the people with all the money that are always off the grid. They're the ones that have the $1 million cabins all out in the by the lakes and everywhere around that regular people don't see and don't know about, right? And they're paying a lot of money to maintain those cabins and keep them up, keeping the power on when they're not around. So when we implement this kind of knowledge, when we find out how to make all this stuff work, we have a whole industry right there to work with us, and we get in our proper status, and like I say, they'll have to deal with us from a government to governmental standpoint. So that's where I'm looking at it, like, because like you say, brother, the knowledge is the power. So I'm here with you, full full force, bro, 100%. If you need anything, whatever supplies, you just send me an email or call my phone, whatever. If I could make anything work for you, I'll make anything work for you, bro.
Hey, I
And
appreciate that.
anything we need to excel, that's what we're gonna do, right? And there's a lot of talented young minds like yourself too that are willing to work. So if we bring this thing together, I could see it going in our favor for good.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, meeting up with a lot of strong brothers, you know what I'm saying? HOTC, you know what I'm saying? And we building offline, you know what I'm saying? So, we're gonna have something strong going on this year, 2020, that's for sure. So we're working on that, you know what I'm saying? Me and Bro Joe, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my studio set up and stuff. I'll be back in the Discord and the hangouts and stuff. I just been real busy trying to sort out my family life, trying to get, because I just built this house and I'm trying to get it all in order and get everything set up. I got a nice room for an office that I want to set up as a studio. And then I got other stuff too, like with my carpentry that I want to put out, like we're putting out the electrical work right now. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm all up for that. It'll be work, but I'm willing, It'll take time and effort, but I'm willing. And I know a lot of people are willing and you're willing. That's why you're on the live right now. And we're pretty much announcing what we have to announce so that whoever is hearing the echoes can respond. So we could come
Yeah.
together, It is what
Yeah.
it is, brother.
I see awakening minds.
So anytime you're ready to get the hell out of here and start up again, I'll be on the next live in the chat or on the panel, whatever but I'm with you, bro.
I
Like
mean,
I
I'm about to get up out of here, but it looked like somebody said that they wanted to hop on real quick and say something. So I throw the link out there. I give y'all come. You
all
know what
cool with
I'm
me, all cool with me, man. I'm good. I'm good, It's just with your time, like, cause we building, right? So the more
saying? Oh
the
yeah.
better. I just
Oh
didn't know
yeah.
what you
Who's
were
that?
working with, if you're trying to shut down the live or what.
Yo, what's up, One World?
All right, what's popping? Hold on.
Man, no much, my brother. Shoot, I know you was about to get out of here, man, so I ain't gonna hold you up, bro. I'm gonna make it fast. Yo, so I've been looking at like free energy devices and stuff like for a long time. And I just wanted to ask you, did any of those work by chance? Do you know, like, when you see someone with two magnets set up and like they got like the copper wire and you can see them like running a light bulb or something like that, do you know if any of those like happen to work by chance, or is that all just bullshit?
Hold on. Hold on a second. See what it is that I got this thing over here. I'm trying to see you. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Are you on?
Yeah, I'm on, bro. I just turned the camera off just because I was driving or whatever,
Oh,
so I wasn't like
okay.
looking at it.
Oh,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's probably
I
why you're
turned the
doing it.
camera off.
All right.
Yeah, that's
All
all
right,
it
go
was.
ahead. Now run that by me one more time. What kind of video?
Okay, all right. So like for the last few years, I've been looking at what people are calling free energy devices. Basically, like they got a north pole on a magnet and then a south pole on a magnet, and they're set up across from each other, and then they're running copper wires to it. And then like they show on the video where it actually lights up the bulb, but then there was a lot of people saying that when they went to go do it, that it didn't work, and a lot of people was claiming that it was fake. But then there was other people claiming that that shit actually worked. So I was just wondering, you know, you already got that knowledge, so I figured you would know. Is that legit or not, or is that bullshit?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Okay, I kind of figured that.
Yeah, what's going on is that you the algorithms are set up to give you the bullshit first. So if you don't know exactly like what you're looking for, you're not gonna get set inside the right algorithm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to get into areas that are going to give you a better algorithm for that. Like, what exactly you looking for? Like, what was the topic? Was it just like a free energy thing or something like that?
Yeah, it was like a channel that, see, one of them I had got from you, and that one seemed to be legit because I heard you speak on this topic one time before. But some of the other ones was some other channels I was subscribed to, and like I got a bunch of copper wire, I got a bunch of ring magnets and shit, and I was thinking about trying it. You see what I'm saying? But if you already know that it's bullshit and that's not gonna work, then I don't want to waste my time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just rather keep building up my materials to be able to build something. Cause like I got a multimeter, I gotta get my soldering gun. Like I'm serious about this shit, bro. I don't know if you remember me contacting you. Man, it's close to probably a year ago now with that Tesla coil that I was gonna ask you to help me hook up. Man, I still got that shit, bro. I ain't never put this shit together, man, but I still got it though.
Oh, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's something could be done with that. But yeah, yeah, a lot of them things is not real, especially when they look. It's just like that's hard to. It's gonna be when you want it to be real. It's gonna be a little bit of work to it. The minimum,
Right,
the minimum is what I'm showing you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong. I got a lot of other methods I'm going to be showing y'all. Even like when I showed the earlier today, I showed the circuit for the energy harvester that we're going to be doing. You know what I'm saying? And this one is just going to be giving us my camera off or something like that.
yeah, I think it is. I just glanced down real quick. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, it
I
is.
said, man, I appreciate it though, bro. Man, I wasn't gonna hold you up or nothing, man. I appreciate it, bro. Yo, and I'll be getting in touch with you, man. Shoot, cause I'm serious about learning it though, man. So shit, I'll be with you at some point, bro.
All right.
Appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, anytime, bro.
All right, thank you, man. Hey, man, yo, and shout out to the homie on the panel too with you, man. Yo, I heard you tearing it up, bro. That's what's up, man. Peace and love to y'all, man.
Yeah, you got
Peace and love, spirit light body.
Time, man. Later.
All right. Well, you know, I guess we put enough time in. You know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, well, a lot of those videos are just showing you a magnet and a wire wrapped around it, and that stuff ain't working. You know what I'm saying? That's not, you know, and sometimes, you know, they show when this spins around and this is pushing off of that and the perpetual motion of it, and like let's say you can get perpetual motion out of it with the magnet. Well, that's not going to be fast enough to generate the power. Because see, I was showing y'all already on how that stuff works and showing you the spikes and how the energy you're getting more spikes. You know what I'm saying? In faster time, and with a slow time, you're gonna get a you know what I'm saying
lesser volt.
Right. So perpetual motion on one of those little machines when this is they that they put over there is not going to do anything. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to get you anywhere. Even if you could get it going, if you was able to line up. Oh, did I? Oh, I didn't knock out my thing, did I? We still on? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're still here.
Yeah, you know, you see what type of speeds I'm doing here? I'm talking about 20,000 RPMs. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
talking about, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? I'm talking about getting
yeah.
some
Because the
big.
fidget spinner ain't going that fast, right?
Right, you're not gonna do that with no, you know what I'm saying, with that's what I'm using to get these voltages that I'm pushing. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get those voltages doing
Yeah.
it any other
If
way.
if you could get 180 clicks per second, you're into talking.
Right, you know what I'm saying? That's you're not gonna get it no other way because you just can't. Remember I was saying you just can't open up the gate and just says turn it on and power just opens and goes through. It doesn't work that way. You
Yeah,
know what
it'll
I'm saying?
explode.
You
It'll
gotta
just force the gate.
we're
It'll just
building up an electrostatic charge. You know what I'm saying? And then snatching that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like an open gate because you remember the energy that's all around us is balanced. It's a balanced system. So you're trying to unbalance Mother Nature. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you know what I'm saying? So that's why you got to do a little bit. You're just trying to get what you can get. You know what I'm saying? You just think you're going to open up a gate and just take power from it. And it don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to make a disturbance, you know what I'm saying, in this
yeah.
medium that's around it.
Because all you
Take
really need
that
is what? A cubic
electrostatic
inch in a
charge.
room.
You take that electrostatic charge that you created by making that disturbance in the ether, and that electrostatic charge is what's going down to these such high voltages like that. I have this stuff right around, you know what I mean? Like you were saying that.
Freak,
But
I
anywho,
read it. I read it a few years ago. I gotta do some refresher up on how watts and voltage and amperage.
yeah, okay. I'll make sure. I'm gonna write that down. Hold on.
I used to
I
be,
was gonna do the Ohm's law thing one of these days with y'all. Like I said, there's a lot of different things, and we be going over back and forth and this and that repetition because I want to make sure that you're all familiar with all of the aspects that's going to take to build, you know what I'm saying, one of these simple little things. Not much to it. It's very simple, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to be able to create your own energy, recharge all your batteries, do these things with this. And then once you get this going, and it's like a hobby thing, like once you get your little hobby car going and your shit is popping, then you want to step it up to the next level. And then you start saying, well, now now I didn't charge the car battery, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm ready to try to see if I can run I don't know. I didn't even see how much voltage I can get off of this. I bet you I probably could get 110 volts. I bet you I probably could without all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I didn't try it yet. But like I said, I'm just
well, you could
guessing.
probably run a skill saw or like a power tool with 110, right?
Oh yeah. Because see what happened is that when those it'd be like a generator. When yeah, I got a fidget spinner shit. I forgot almost I'm gonna finish it. How these things move. You know what I'm saying? I put tidal magnets on anything. I had this thing spinning so fast. You be what I'm saying? You be hanging to hiding behind something because you think that shit gonna break. Boy, them things not supposed to move that fast. That shit be humming. I forgot one of the things, but I don't know where it's at. But I got like little buck boost converters, so that way you can take the power that you're generating, you know what I'm saying, all of your things, and instead of sending it to another battery, you can send it to like a buck boost converter where it will take those
Converter.
pulses and,
Yeah.
and it will narrow it down to a nice usable energy, and then you'll be able to turn it up or turn it down, and you can be able to probably turn that up to a nice steady whatever voltage you're looking for just by adding these little bit. You can buy a little buck boost converter for probably $10 off of Amazon. A lot of the things is already made. You don't got to build them. You just need to know what you're doing or know what you're looking for, so you can put them together. You know what I'm saying? And then you can take that buck boost converter. Now you turn your stuff up. It's all about the battery now that you're using, but your battery ain't doing nothing but spinning. It's not like your battery's powering anything. That's why your battery lasts a long time. That's why I can use a 9-volt battery and charge all sorts of other batteries with it, and then charge a 9-volt battery back. You know?
Yeah.
So
it's a recycle thing. It's the loop. Once you're able to complete the loop, you could get it to work.
Yeah. But all right, bro. I'm gone for the day. I got to get myself something to eat.
Yeah, you have yourself a good evening, bro.
All right, yeah. So let me give everybody this shout. You know what I'm saying? I see Spirit in there. Yeah, y'all come into the back chat, say what you know what I'm saying. I get even if what I'm missing here, I'll probably go look on it later. You know what I'm saying? Dojo, you know what I'm saying? What you got in here? These questions don't want to understand the high voltage. So hold on. Step down to 5 volts. Yeah, no, they're not ready for high voltage yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna, but we're gonna look at it all the same, you know. But we got Slav, Spirit. Who else we got up in here? Awakening Minds. You know what I'm saying? Aura, Watt. You know what I'm saying? I see all of y'all.
Chat bumping.
Yeah, everybody's still up in the chat. So like I said, I'm just wanna, give everybody they just do, you know what I'm saying? Like I says, and I'll see y'all next week, you know what I'm saying, on Friday. We'll make sure we have another good one for y'all. All right, that stuff is popping up. And if I missed anybody in the chat room, remember, you know what I'm saying, charge it to my head, not my heart. You know what I'm saying? And I'll see y'all next week on a Free Energy Friday. Peace.
Peace and much love, bro.
Yeah.